President Biden drawing the worst TV ratings for a president's first State of the Union address in 30 years.
38 million Americans tuned in compared to 45.5 million for Donald Trump and 48 million for Barack Obama. Fox News contributor Lara Trump joins us now. Good morning to you, Laura. So I guess the question is, what do these numbers say about how Americans feel about the current president?
Good morning, guys. Well, I'm actually kind of surprised 38 million people tuned in. That many people, I guess, are having trouble sleeping and wanted to be lulled to sleep by Joe Biden. Look, the reality is he's not a great orator. He's kind of uncomfortable to watch when he speaks, even so much so that Nancy Pelosi, I guess, was uncomfortable doing whatever she had going on with her hands and her mouth.
Yeah.
And where are the 81 million people that voted for him? They didn't even want to tune in to watch his first State of the Union address. Carly, to your point, I think Joe Biden has been a huge disappointment for people. I think that they're very frustrated with him. They probably regret voting for him, those that actually did. So perhaps they didn't want to tune in to become further irritated and upset that they actually cast a vote for this man. Look, I had very low expectations for Joe Biden. He surpassed even my lowest expectation very early on. It continues to go down. So I guess people are just incredibly and increasingly frustrated with the job he's doing, with his performance as president of the United States. That's all you can make of this, and I assume that, unfortunately, it's not going to get much better from here.
In the speech itself, you heard much of the same, doubling down on their failed agenda, no real solutions going forward to solve the problems that, quite frankly, the Biden administration itself has caused. If they don't come off of this, we're great. What we're doing is great mentality between now and November. Does their already slim chance of doing anything positive in the midterms literally go down to zero?
I lost my audio there a little bit, if you guys can still hear me.
I'll summarize that question.
All I'll say about his speech that I noticed is that so many of his strongest talking points, if you can even call them that, were Donald Trump talking points, were things that my father-in-law talked about, putting America first, manufacturing things here in America, securing America, things like that are, and all of a sudden now he wants to fund the police. Are you kidding me, Joe Biden? Really? Now you guys are backing up police when you wanted to defund them not too long ago. So I think the takeaway for so many of us is, yes, Todd, there were very few solutions to the problems that they themselves caused as the Biden administration, that Joe Biden himself put into motion. But then the strongest talking points and the things that I think probably resonated the most with Americans were things Donald Trump was doing that Joe Biden used to be against. So it was, I mean, obviously it was a bad speech for all of us to watch that supported my father-in-law, because we said, hey, we've been talking about these things for so long. Now Joe Biden is late to the game, but that's not surprising.
Yeah, without a doubt. Lara, thank you so much for joining us on this Friday morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.